to the entire tournament, and KRÜ have kind of been a bit of a victim of that. So you could argue Nouns are more of a team on their level. Now we're going to get a proper showing of what they're really capable of. CT start on an Ancient as well will give us a flavour for if it is going to be Ataraxia trying to 1v9 the server. Speaking of the man, though, those Julie's going to be ripping out a few bullets. Nothing just connecting as of yet. 1-4 trade, and both the players have been dealt with, though. George just stampedes straight through and picks them both up.
Nice 2 kills from George on the Glock. And it gives you space to play with. Reversive, though, can he flip the round on its head and deal some damage with a USP instead? He's looking for the peek out. No success on the first. Riggy. Yesterday, he did have a couple of nice moments on the flanks. He was pretty good with his timing. Ooh, sleeping at the wheel, though, as Rush engages, and George continues to punish. Now it really is just Reversive that remains. 1 versus 3. Time ticking away, and realizing this one's looking worse and worse by the second. We'd need to force the issue and get incredibly lucky. No real time to play with on this. No one going to give him a look in either. Rush on the clear out, runs towards him. Labour taps with a USP. You have the GG Molotov in the back pocket if it was required from Junior, but you can save the cash. So Nouns taking the pistol round.
So I like the idea from KRÜ, but it gives you very little margin for error here, Jackie. Like, you make a mistake, you're pretty much done.
Yeah. The candle that burns twice as bright, but for half as long on Ataraxia. You leave him as the stationary turret, the defender on the back of the A site, but it's B that's under pressure early. Reversive. Oh, the shot into the backline's good, and he paints all over them. Devil in the details as he makes move with the M4, and Junior is the last one left. All right, hang on a minute, Junior. What can you get done for us here? Even survives the shot, switches out on the guns, ready for the read on the flank round the back as well. Don't give him those 1v1s.
Time on his side for the time being, but he is being flanked into, and he'll realize this is a possibility. Smoke to try and shield one of these angles, coordinate off and focus his attention elsewhere. He's anticipating the peek around. There's no reason here for KRÜ to go in for this one. They can see the bomb in the eyes of Riggy as he just keeps shoulder peeking this. As long as the bomb's on the deck, he's good to go. Goes out first, but he is the lamb of the slaughter, the sacrificial element of this. There would be time for him to slip out the back door here and go over onto A if he wants to try and make this play. Deco, though, is aware of this as a possibility. Surely Junior's not going to be able to just brute force this bomb down. Spots the first player as well in the approach. Ataraxia is already low HP. He's been finished off, and now Junior, with no more bullets left in the M4, switches to the Glock and is trying to play time. Switching to the Galil now. Plenty of bullets in the magazine for this one. Backs the grenade off the side. He's playing this perfectly on the position, but nearly clutching out, denied by Deco. Such a good effort by Junior, but just a little bit too far.
Oh, mate. Oh, barely. Barely by the skin of their teeth there. 4 HP left on Deco. Junior, from the position he was in initially, that's a hell of a round. The response back on ramp. You can see it in perspective here, right? 5 versus 2 goes down to just the one man in Junior. It would have needed to be the ace. He finds 4 of the possible 5. It was the swing onto cave side, but Ricky takes the shots and none of them connect. Instantly snipes back into it.
Really nice effort. Junior with an early AWP as well. Be looking to turn the screws. And you heard it as well in the background. I think it was Rush that said, good damage. 4 killed in that round. KRÜ, very little left in the tank. And Ataraxia about to get swept into a 2-for-1 trade in favor of KRÜ, though. But Deco reloading out in the open gets punished by Rush.
Deco just looking isolated there. Oh, this really does get so damn messy. You had Rush covering the cross with CJ backing him up as well, so no exit path for Laser. Laser yesterday was able to hit some nice shots. Individually, he was stepping up to the mark with some of his sprays. Very good with the SMGs, likes that aggressive style of Counter-Strike. So far, though, not really been able to spread his wings. 0-4 at the minute. Oh, George! Playing under the guise of the smoke, they step out ahead of him. It's CJ and Rush, both playing from inside of Donut. Bait out the shot, go for the swing on the side. Spray down comes in, but no damage. And Reversive jumping on it so close to the time. potentially the chaos there getting the better of him a little bit in terms of the comms across. Different energy already for Nouns. Ooh, Ataraxia with the timing. They slip on out. They expand quick. Take control of the bomb site. Get up close. Shutting down Deco's good for him as well. Gives them more stock. Control of the round. You can set yourself up in better post plants. But Riggy, he can be so sneaky at times. And inside of the smoke here, he's looking to thread the needle. See if he can get back in. Jiggle peek. It's good from Carson. Dash the Molotov as well. So Riggy burns.
Lace needs to come out here and have impact. Needs to take at least one kill. Takes a dink though for his troubles. Junior up close with a deagle. Can't make the most of it. Will it be the second consecutive defuse on the site? Over on A. Lace is making a possibility. Spray is wild, but CJ has got this man. There may not be enough time. Spray comes back through again. Both players so low. Oh, he thinks he got the defuser. He thinks he took him down, but there wasn't time anyway. CJ clutching the round, and Nouns take a third. I think when he got the first player, he thought he got the diffuser, and then went back and realized, oh, I actually have to readjust. Doesn't matter though, they got the W, that's all that counts. And they have forced KRÜ into a full investment in this round. And they have the one M4 in play, has yielded the frag, up close spray. It's rough, it's rocky, and it's KRÜ that take a two-player advantage. Suddenly down to Junior and George.
Oh, George. Still proving to be very crisp in this game, but it's Riggy with the 4K. Hang on a minute. Vince, here we go. It's the auto shot. XM10's been brought out. Oh, big papa pump. Oh, this is the meaty angle for it as well. I love this one. Oh, hell yeah. Ataraxia with a shotty, blowing him into next week.
Typically, a weapon you see on maps like Nuke.
Yeah, he's thinking Nouns compared to the head-to-head coming into this, sort of the prestige a little bit more in terms of some of the players as well. Expected them to be really favoured in this one. So KRÜ, it's nice to see him waking up. I feel like individually as well, it's a lot more of the team we're seeing today, Vince, compared to yesterday's Vertigo debut. Reversive early though, can't hold mid, falls down. It's George on these entries, he's been good for them.
Yeah, got the two opening picks and the pistol round, of course, and he's getting a couple here and there with the rifles as well. But KRÜ deciding they want to mix up the pace. It could be to their detriment, though. Do they expect two players to be rapping? Oh, Riggy's going to make the most of this. He may even wrap all the way around back to the side of B. Now, Carson was watching for this. The timing could work against Nouns here. Once Riggy comes through, finds his man and nails him. Meanwhile, though, the T's have exploded out onto the site and Riggy's position is known. He's about to walk headfirst into George, who will not take any chances. I thought for a second, are we going to see a shank? The first shank maybe of the RMRs? Nah, secures the kill.
Probably leave everyone feeling a little bit tilted, so play it smart, take the round, guarantee that one, 5-4. First half of Ancient, giving us a far closer game than what we had in the previous two BO1s of the day here at the Americas RMR. Classic clash down through lane as well, but one-for-one trades.
I love it though, man. KRÜ showing a lot of initiative with these aggressive pushes. Reversive, the IGL of the team, allowing himself the luxury of getting in their face. Deco on the meanwhile though takes a bullet to the head, and that opens up business onto the A site. Smoke's already deployed down. Going to be difficult for KRÜ to get in. Almost like Ataraxia was anticipating a boosted up position over the smoke, but he's watching his back instead. Junior's crosshair placement is perfect. And there's a second. Splatters both of the temple aggresses. And KRÜ will have to do the difficult choice of saving.
Junior having some good impact inside of this first map at the best of three. He's gunning for his second major appearance. Been about 2 years since he was last there, back with Antwerp in 2022. That was with Complexity, of course. And as the bomb detonates, things start to tie up. Ataraxia going down at the bitter end as well, as Carson will catch him. Yeah, money troubles making it awkward for them going into the last round of the first half here. Junior put up on the pedestal, looking for the peak at the back of the bomb site on B. It's Ataraxia being the counter. Good with his defensive warping back on Vertigo here, though he misses the initial shot, and that gives Rush freedom to run on in. takes so much space and taking no prisoners on this round, Vince. They want to do it with aggression and keep it flawless. It's only Riggy that remains, and it's a horrible position to be left in. Nades over the top, bullets whizzing towards him. How do you even feel comfortable here?
I think you have to embrace the suck on this one. Just try and push through the smoke, see if he can get a lucky timing. Tap to the dome with CJ, but he's down to 5 HP in the process. 7-5 will be the halftime scoreline here. Just delaying the inevitable is Riggy. Doing a bit of damage through the smoke, but eventually he will fall on his sword. And he was the standout player in that first half for KRÜ. I've smoked off red early on though. That could activate these Julies to get into play. There is Junior showing Ataraxia how it's done. Who yielded nothing in that opening pistol round. Ataraxia though, speak of the man, and he is going to be in a bit of trouble. Carcino gets baited out into the open and finalized by Laser. Junior around the back, just spraying down bullets in the range, but it is going to go the way of the T's for the time being. A 2v2, but George steps into play and swipes away with another double. His 2 kills in the opening pistol with a difference maker. It looks like history will repeat itself. The bomb was spilled into the open, and Rush will seal the deal. 8-5 the score in favor of Nouns.
They feel comfortable here. They're showing that early. KRÜ with weapons to work with for the first time on the T side. Let's see if they can surprise. It's a tag that's then followed up on by Deco, who doubles down with 2. CJ replies with the SMG. He's got some support from George as well, and they're peppering them. So low on health that even though they found a way into the site, it doesn't look like they'll be able to do much with it. As CJ's in position to make it uncomfortable for Riggy. He can't walk through the smoke, forced to wait for it to fade. If he gets one, it'll be the swing back, but Riggy, oh, there's the flick we wanted.
Holy!
That's a round that could have knock-on effects. They lose that one, suddenly you're thinking it's a very slippery slope for KRÜ. Maybe it'll be another loss here on Ancient. Coming into this round, though, it doesn't get any easier. Bit of a massacre at middle, everyone falling down numbers, and it's only 2 that remain for Nouns.
Is that the moment that they rally behind? No, slumped immediately afterwards. CJ puts an end.
Muscle memory was really nice for it as well. Like, it was a minor overshot, but then a quick adjustment. All happened in the space of a couple seconds, so really cannot fault him at all for being able to pull that one off. Problem is, though, we need more of that from Riggy. And into this round, he's been ratioed by Rush, up close and personal, living up to his name as he charges in, sprints out with the SMG, strikes against the first man. And for KRÜ, it just feels so uncomfortable in these opening moments of the round. Never feels like they're able to assert themselves. And for Nouns, you've got your first pick. You can dial it back a little bit. Don't need to get over-aggressive. Play off one another now. You know, you've got the trade advantage to work with. Let KRÜ stew in the round that they've been left with. Oh, it's really laboured from Deco. It gave Carson enough time to get the reload in, strike. Meanwhile, Ataraxia's blown away towards ramp. It's just Laser. Beams the first, but is there much more close quarters engagement? And it's the Julies that silence him.
For the duration of this map, Carson down to 39. I think he's had a bit of a love tap from a teammate now. He's been right-clicked at spawn. Let's see if that ends up costing them at all. CJ gets drive-by reversive. Flick from Junior is good. And his eyes now trained on main. He spots the elbow peeking round the corner. The flick's not quite there. As Rush was the assailant onto Carson. Smoke can extinguish the Molotov. And as Nouns try and keep themselves in the temple. Want to try and deny this bomb plant, but it's already gone down. And they'll need to take the initiative with George taking the first point of call. Spray is rough. It's wild. But the JJ combo has brought it down to a one-on-one as the molly comes through, but Laser will clutch before he burns to a crisp. 12-7.
But the story goes on. We make it to the 20th. For KRÜ, it's the opening moments that are the most scary. Got to find a way to change that. Get some dominance in these early rounds. Playing from the back foot isn't working for them. But again, it's the same sort of outcome. Junior gets one. Goes back in for the second swing. Even more delicious. Punishing with the AWP.
With a player Red Room and one Donut up close, they know this isn't a possibility. And now KRÜ about to open the floodgates for what could be the final time here on Ancient.
Rush setting himself up for the spray, but the bullets don't connect. Won't matter though, as look who's here. Junior's in the building. Orp firing out the warning shots. Teammates arrive on the scene of the crime. Ataraxia taking damage from the nade, and they swing. Carson with a killing blow, jumps on for the defuse, and Ancient will go the way of Nouns. The lost streak continues for KRÜ.
Different emotions, one club, Skin Club.
Because it gets to this point where it is do or die. It's fundamentally everything you've been playing for. It's the crown jewel of Counter-Strike ahead of you. And all you've got to do is fight for it. Fight for your right to be involved. But we're going into things. KRÜ, they've been pretty damn good on the pistol rounds, but those tend to be the only rounds they show up in. At the minute, it's Rush that's let loose with the USP, good for 2. And CJ adds some more insult as well. All down to Riggy.
He had some great moments on Ancient, but they were few and far between. And now he needs to connect the dots. Not sure as to whether the players drop down or not. Those ones up close, they're going to take that 1v2 encounter. Not needed as Carson puts the bullets down range to the head.
Instead, it's a bit of space being taken round towards outside. Junior. MP9 in his hands, all eyes over the gun, but does he have the eyes to spot the targets just round the corner towards red? Spam through the smoke's good for the first, and he'll run down the second.
Run him down and put the sword to him. Not able to stop the T's from collectively pushing onto the site for the time being. Junior mid-air, baits the shot across, but Laser with a Tech 9. Goes through both of them. Post plant in. Reversive was able to get it down just in time before the cavalry arrived for the CTs. Weapon advantage is in their favor, but 2 positions to deal with up on the stairs. And it's going to be a good one for Reversive. Double spray down. KRÜ bounce right back. Eminence of the first map as well, where the exact same outcome came to fruition.
Extra couple dollar bills in the back pocket. So that'll be the 1 M4. Pop flash for him as well for the initial play, just to slow him down. And 2 smokes there to back it up. 5-7 surrounding him as well. So they can make a play on this. He can cover Silo outside, so he pushes up deep with his smokes to block it off. You get the close angle setups for Riggy. See if he can actually find both of them. There should be room for the trade. If he gets the opening pick, he can slap straight back. And CJ knows this. Didn't see the elbow. Late on the adjustment shot. Keeping him busy, but can't quite convert the kill.
George keeping himself alive in this round. A lot of damage inflicted. And Rush finishes off with a 5-7. Too many targets for him to deal with simultaneously, and so he will fall prey to the MP9. Carson with that deagle able to creep his way into hut. May get 1 shot before he spots. Multiple players eyeing him down. Not sure as to where these positions are. Oh, and he's being flanked anyway. Ataraxia puts him down before maybe a knife could have been unsheathed.
If it works, it works. Nouns finally have money. Cash going to be spent on the M4s. Oh, Rush doesn't get a chance to deal any damage on this one though. Blind, but still fragging. It's Laser with the entry, and they go in fast, sprinting into the bomb site. Good vertical adjustment from Deco with the flick up. And 1 by 1, they're causing issues for the CTs.
Yeah, and 1 by 1, the CTs come out into a firing squad. As far as they're aware, there could be a player trying to push down in secret behind that smoke wall. It's not the case. Riggy's been playing a lot more passively. Still behind the red container. Carson will see action. Spray is rough, gets punished. Carson may get 1, but he's not able to stop the push down on ramp. They know B site now is ripe for the taking.
Defender of B though, Big George. Made some great plays on Ancient, does it again here with the assist from CJ, clearing back around. And it's down to Riggy and Ataraxia. Just under 50 seconds left on the clock. CJ relatively low, but if he finds 1 frag, it could be the world of difference. He goes down without the effort he was looking for. And George, paranoid about the ramp, clearing out just in case. Didn't see both bodies, so doesn't know exactly where they are.
Yeah, that suggests that CJ did not see both players. I thought he had at first. There's no way that George has gone back up here. And he's also got an AK at his feet, but deciding not to pick it up. Wants to try and sit behind that bomb instead. Spray is good. Leaving it all down to Ataraxia, and Junior will hold his position with undying resolve. Nouns need to force their respect at this point.
Ataraxia pulling out the scope. Fortunately for him though, first frag goes the way of Nouns as Laser gets struck down early by George. Taking space, blow the smoke open. It's Ataraxia with the adjustment shot. Junior peering over the top of the smoke with a slight peek on top of the railing, can't hit the opener. He tries to switch it up, tucks in back towards locker side, 4 versus 4.
The concerning part about this position, though, is if someone is pushed and bypassed on Garage, this is something that will be concerning Junior. And that's exactly what is coming up. I don't believe he has any support from Heaven either. And if there was, he's rotated away now that George has lost his life. Junior may get the pick, but he's going to be lulled into a false sense of security, going back up into Heaven. He's not long for this world. Reversive puts him down. Now, was Rush spotted as he bypassed Squeaky into the smoke?
Carson only having the MP9. This round's not looking too ideal for them whatsoever. Running the risk of going for this one could be quite costly. And with Rush having the M4, all the bells and whistles alongside it as well. Just posture out, play for the exits on the walkaway, make sure they keep what they've got. Okay, Carson with a nade up the top. It's a nice read, blows away Reversive. It's slightly better on the save, but it will be around. KRÜ taking it to 6.
Anticipating a peek through here on Laser. Oh, if he gets aggressive, he could get caught in the side. And him going down this early would be a death sentence for Nouns, surely.
Well, the opening pick is found, but it's actually onto Ricky from Carson, and Junior with the timing's good. Oh, backs off as well. You love to see that, and he's fighting with confidence. Oh. Straight back in. Junior, rip-roaring stuff. The AWP delivers, and for Reversive, it's the 360 flick around. Carson clears the angle. Goodbye, Reversive, and hello, Nouns. Yeah, that's what I was worried about as well, Vince, right? I kind of brought that up going into the start, because we saw it back on Ancient as well. Even though they were winning, there was rounds where whenever there was a mistake, it felt like it stuck with them in the back of their minds. And this is a game where obviously if KRÜ are able to keep seizing the initiative, keep winning round after round like this, and especially make it feel like Nouns should be in a better position than they are, maybe that frustration sets in, gives them an even bigger edge. It's an opening pick again here, straight onto ramp. Switch up from Junior. He's not there this time. Outside with the AWP.
Deco he's waiting. He's actually playing as more of a forward pincer. A foundation, like, I want to try and pick someone off on the B. Rotation, what a shot from Junior. Anticipating that position, but also having the wherewithal to just flick straight to the dome. And whereas Deco was alone before, now he's got some backup. Now they're all starting to filter through. CJ, who's already been tagged, backing off at 51 HP. They've pretty much given up the B site. They're allowing this plant to take shape. It's all about the retake now. No incendiaries, a bit of a problem, but they've got plenty of flashes of smoke and a HE to play with.
Nades are there. Flash round the corner. Ooh. Bit messy on the push in, clearing towards the window. Junior opens the door. Oh, quick shot off. That actually tags onto the feet of Deco. He stays alive though, and his impact is felt. Exchange of nades, explosive breakfast. Everyone's been eating nitro at the minute. It's CJ in the back line that hits them again though, with no time on the clock. Nouns, this one's gone. An 8th will be locked in for KRÜ.
That is a really poor attempt at a retake. I mean, you said it yourself. They flashed themselves on the approach. Maybe becoming their own worst enemy just a tad here. And Junior is still landing shots. That wall bang, beautiful, but no follow-up damage. 8-3. Getting aggressive, though. That's sometimes the remedy. For any ring rust, for any problems, get aggressive, take the fight to the opposition.
Nade straight to the lips. Junior eating that one, and Deco's good. Crouch on the peak. Dodges the bullet. Ataraxia on the other side of things is ready for the close quarters engagement towards Hart, and the shot will connect. The rush slips over. Carson back up on George. Going to play off each other's contact. Good spam. Watching the smoke, covers his teammate, brings them into an advantage. 3v2.
First, he needs this kill, and he will do just that. It's at great cost. Oh, he must have seen the barrel. Oh, reversive. There we go. He's finally seen it. And CJ just seemed completely unaware. You just lost your teammate in Hut. Maybe he heard a sound cue outside and he got thrown off by it, but what a strange round. From Nouns looking like they had this one nailed in to suddenly a 2v1, and Carson's been smoked off. Has to back away. There should be a 3B post plan. And no disrespect to Carson, but an AWPer, he's not up to scratch when it comes to likes of Junior. He's going to struggle here to pull off this clutch. The timing has to be in his favor. Has to try and divide these two, but they've actually decided to vent dive down. No scopes reversive through the smoke after hearing the ladder. And although the bomb was tickled, it's not been fully developed. Now it will be planted. Carson missing the shot, not punished. Riggy deciding to play with his food and gets punished. Gets taken down by Carson. I'll eat my words, but what the hell are KRÜ doing?
Flash outside, quick run over the roof, and looking for a rapid play on this pistol. Nouns wanting to go in quick. Laser on the defense, good for the opener. Meanwhile, over at the barn, it's going to be Ataraxia with the Julies. Oh, Riggy running on in. That's how he plays these pistols and does deliver. KRÜ, they're known for these kind of rounds. Always good on the pistols, and they show up on this one at least. Bomb's going to go down. Junior's covering the vent entrance.
Giving up the plant, though, does give Nouns something to play for. Carson at the back of the site, likely going to get overwhelmed by angles. But it's whether Junior is going to have much to play with afterwards, and it's not looking good now. Position compromise. First tap is clean. Second kill maybe forthcoming. No, not going to be the case. A bit of BM as well. Good to see that KRÜ are taking it personally after losing the first map. And more than enough time for this defuse. So 9-4 with a buy available for Nouns. Should they choose to go all in, which you expect they will.
Pistol not going their way though. Reset, utility bought up. Skylight's going to be set up for that. Ooh. Peek from George, looking for a tasty tap with the tech, but it's the M4 spray that holds them back. Sight gets set ablaze. Is he ready for the run-in? Good for one.
Takes a dink, but stands his ground. Finally bested by CJ, who gets a second as well. And although there's casualties littering the floor, it still will read a 10-4 score in the favor of KRÜ.
It's Ataraxia alongside Deco, having big performances, both with 14 kills to their name. Junior lights out early, hitting some snappers with the AWP, 15 frags, but has he cooled off at just the wrong time?
I think the other problem as well, Jack, is we're seeing the other side of the coin, like where Junior pops off, but there's not much of a supporting cast there to help him out. And Ricky has no right to get that second kill. 3 sets of eyes staring him down. A 2-4 trade. About as good as he could have asked for. And although Junior is in the thick of it again with a kill, there's only 2 of them left. It's looking like KRÜ are going to barrel their way into a 13-4 score. Rush with 5 kills to his name. You've seen him sigh. He can huff and puff as much as he wants, but it doesn't look like he's going to blow this round over. Knocked off his perch momentarily. What a turn of fortunes from that ancient performance we saw. I mean, it's not even been that like Junior's just disappeared or anything. KRÜ have significantly stepped their level up, very impressively so. A lot of damage early on as well, just from utility. Molotov singeing George's feet. CJ takes a stray grenade. And although they bypass the wall of smokes down into secret, that'll be a good idea as this being a possibility. Especially as Reversive takes damage from George, who will come out ahead.
B site, it's Ataraxia. Combat warping, scoped up. Playing it cool like a gangster. Flames blocking the path of the flash round the corner, but they don't expect the close peek. Laser, good for one. A miss from Ataraxia once again gives them an opportunity, but inside a garage. Oh, it's Riggy dealing deathly blows, and Deco, last alive now, inside of the vent. Timing on it's going to be big. If he finds Junior, that's the bomb dropped. Knows about George as well. 1v1, and he'll take it with a headshot. They finally break their losing streak as KRÜ pick up a map win, and they shut down Nouns, forcing us to a third map. We're going to Vertigo. But maybe, Vince, they've broken the bad times and are looking to try and keep it rolling. Hell, if they pick this one up, you're going to stay alive in the RMR. It's all that really matters. But it's the same situation for both teams now. Lose this and you are out. We're into the pistol. Normally, KRÜ are good for these, but will they be here?
Well, so far, so good. They got themselves the opening pick and a second on top of it. There's Deco able to take his frag and back away into the sanctuary of the site. Junior and CJ, low HP between the two of them, but Junior has nailed the first frag. Going to try and turn his attention now to the white box, where players laid in wait. CJ bests him before he's put down, and Junior is keeping that torch shining bright, as has been the case throughout this entire series. Still plenty of time on the clock. He is also healthy. Same will not be said for Reversive. Oh, he had a chance there. He backs away though, Jackie. I think he's trying to bait this out for a rotation, see if one of KRÜ bite down and have a nibble. But it's not the case. He's still in with a fight. He's still in with a chance to clutch this.
It's the full commit as well. He's going to go for the wrap back up. It's not the play towards the A site. It's up the ladder and out through middle. It splits the attention of Reversive and Deco. Well, thankfully, they might have made the right call, even if it's just the early warning. If the USP goes down, you got the quick assist, but it won't matter. Reversive catches him sleeping on the off angle. And no chance for Junior to close the gap on that one.
One thing they were really struggling with on Nuke T's side was entry fragging. They were not getting clean entries whatsoever. They were constantly behind in terms of the opening duels. The same could not be said of Ancient. So we'll see if that can change here. Carson with 3 kills finds the perfect timing and exploits it. Shatters the window, jumps straight through head first, and gives his team an amazing advantage which they're going to capitalize on. No chance for Riggy to get them back into this. And Laser trading up to the A4 would do well to back out and save. His chances of clutching this are so minimal. Looking good for Nouns to perch up their first round here in the deciding matchup.
You were growing hair. Yeah. I could see it coming in. I saw the follicles opening, Vince.
It was grey though.
Fell out as soon as it came in. Falling into the round though is the way things are going for Nouns. Okay, it's a fast collapse. You hit for the stairs control. With 2 instant picks, it's Rush and George that have been taken out of the round. Right back from Carson. Ooh, good adjustment shot as well, but it's the re-swing from Ataraxia that catches him. And they're down to 2, so rapid pace on this one. 1 and 20 seconds left on the clock. Junior, he was good here last time. Let's see if he can send sparks flying again on the A site.
Doesn't fully commit, decides to bypass instead and get to the back room. Really solid movement. And Ataraxia had no idea. Reversive, though, does answer the call. There's still a lot of time on the clock. CJ going to get the element of surprise on the first. Finishes off a weakened Riggy. That was Junior's work beforehand, tapping on the side. He can fake for a rotation here, but instead decides to change up his angle of aggression. Move through from the side control. Tap is good. That's more like the CJ that we saw from Ancient. Would be a 1-on-3 clutch, but caught in the side and Deco punishes him. KRÜ pick up a third. A collective sigh of relief.
Slowly skulking his way in through mid-side with all the attention being on A ramp. A heavy grouping from the CTs. Bombardment of bullets through the smoke as well, so they're getting info from this.
Oh, but they may have overextended. Or perhaps not. Putting an end to the rot of kills. Here's Carson. Gets a second as well, but finally is dealt his demise from Ataraxia's AK. Still 2 players remain with 20 seconds. CJ trying to wrap around the back of the CTs that now have control over the bomb. And they're going to have to push through that smoke. Pop flash should be good. Fully blinding CJ. Time is of the essence. They can't really capitalize this anymore. Even though they get the kill on laser, there's not enough time for the post plant. And they've already got the hell out of there. Anadiraxia is going to win purely off the basis of staying alive. And Nouns may be overthinking things. A bit too slow and getting punished.
Obviously, they've had something to be excited about now, Vince. You're probably feeling that energy, right? Curse has been broken. You're not on the loss streak anymore. See how far you can push it. Again, it's an opening frag, but it's a quicker pace play. Straight into the B bomb site. George finds his first pick, and it's an important one.
That's where you see the confidence, man, in full swing. You're off the back of a 13-4 victory on Nuke. You've done such a good job of keeping Nouns dead and buried. Piling the pressure on them. Deco making sure that if the post plant comes in, they will have the advantage. With the opportunity to repel and force away the invaders. That plant is still yet to go down. Junior going in, dialing in the digits. Post plant now coming through. George low, trying to use that smoke as a shroud to pinch it in and find an adversary to plunge the dagger into. You assume this is going to get checked, and Deco just pivots in, leaps into midair, and all of the dominoes come tumbling down. Nouns unable to hold on to the site. More than enough time for the defuse, and KRÜ into a 5-1 lead. This is where we go back to what we were discussing, the pre-game segment, as Carson again with the all-important entry frag. Is if Rush wants to cement himself as a player that's been there, done it, took a break and come back again, like the Hobbits of this world, these are the kind of games where he needs to prevail. Needs to step it up. Major, in the meanwhile, is going to come under heavy duress onto the site, bypassing the flash, but not George's entry. That's more like it from Nouns. 40 seconds, the bomb will be planted down, and not sure that KRÜ want any further part of this round.
They're looking to try and hunt on it. Quick jiggle. See if you can get the read, but don't have your head taken off. Now you know they're coming. Let's see if this Neon Rider can do anything.
It's Carson again. Finally picked off by Deco at range. Securing his own A1S in the process. But KRÜ still have a vast lead of 6-2.
Yeah, it's been a tight storyline for both of them. They both have their individual pop-off maps where they look really dominant. So far on Vertigo, it is KRÜ. They're accumulating more rounds. Oh, Rush on the off angle with the support. Deco deals a bit of damage but couldn't convert the kills, and the molly will force him straight back. Gets the smoke in at just the last second. Flames blocking off his path. And he's calling for the rotate. You're expecting the full commit onto the bomb, but they're not going for it. They peace out. Junior slips away. George left to try and defend in case they do go for the info peek on Stairs side. Just depends if they overcook it in terms of the timing. Maybe the CT start to wrap back, and if George goes down early, then maybe that adds to that.
I mean, I understand throwing misdirection in. They're probably going to get away with it because of that entry from Rush. I felt a little bit too relaxed, perhaps, on the approach there for George. Reversive trying to bypass the smoke. Oh, the shadow baited Rush out, shot too early. Was expecting the wide swing. Timing on that jump, though, could not have been worse than Junior lays waste.
The orb stays alive. Oh, and he actually gets it off as well. He knew they were saving. Oh, he takes the beak from CT. He's given the gun a bit of a kiss on that one. So let's see if it pays him back into this round. There has been a lot of early B aggression, so rightly so, they expect another potential play like that. Set up with a pistol surrounding it for the fast peak. When you realize no one's there, they're going to rapid rotate back round towards A, and ramp's already been conceded. George looking for entries.
A lot of players bobbing back and forth, and he gets baited out. Nade by his feet. No real damage in return either. It's a freebie pick for KRÜ. Carson fully flashed. USP is going to pick him off with reversive. And suddenly KRÜ have a 2v4 advantage. CJ going to try and stabilize the situation. They still need to pick up the bomb as well, though. And Junior goes walkies. Can't finish off the frag. Surely Nouns don't lose this round.
Uh-oh. They just might as Deco comes a knock-in with a Tech 9, sneaks up, and slices them straight back down. So damn clean, and they're excited about it, and fair play to them. You're going to be in a good mood right now. They've armed themselves with AKs for free, and they've got the AWP, and Riggy finally able to make the play that he knows and loves. Fast swing out for the opening pick, and that's on to Carson. Carson's been giving it, Vince. He's silenced early here in the 11th.
No doubt. And that, considering that he has been a huge linchpin of the entries that they've picked up so far, his absence could be felt so strongly. George, though, tries to pick up the slack, but he's only good for the one kill. An awkward spray, but Reversive takes him down before receiving the shrapnel. And now Junior on 43 HP, gonna try and line up these kills, but a flashbang throws him off his aim.
Goddamn, yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I completely agree. I think it's one of those where it's going to really start to toll on the mental. You got to dig deep, forget about it, try and reset. But those are the rounds that replay in your mind in the hotel room late at night following the games here. That's what you're left with. It's a long way home from China. And Ataraxia, he wants to send them to the airport. First strike's good, shuts down CJ. Rush trades it back. AK besting him. Contact's good for the hit as well. They're slipping into the site this time. Another round where they've got an advantage and a potential post plant to set up with, but Reversive running straight in, calling for the backup of Riggy. They're on the site, looking for shots. Flash over the top. Carson low on the bomb site. Reversive wants him to peek into him. If they give him the 1v1s, he'd feast on him all day. It's down to Riggy. Can he do something ridiculous on this one? There's the first connection. If they give him the fights, he'll take them all day, but it's not meant to be. Nouns squeeze out a fourth. 8-4 being the split as KRÜ looking damn good on Vertigo. Slow and steady stuff on a bit of a sneaky maneuver in towards the B bomb site. Bombs on the back as well. Deco supporting them. You got the flash out through mid side, which is mostly grouped up on right now. Want to try and keep them guessing and make them think it's the push out through mid.
Smoke into play. Rush watching the tight angle, but he's not going to be able to deny this bomb plant. Got to stay alive now. Move together as a united force. They have the kit in the hands of Rush alongside his smoke. Reversive watching mid, takes the hit, runs away. And that's going to be a pain in the backside. They're constantly be looking over their shoulder now as they look to clump together. It's going to force them out into the firing squad, but Riggy and Deco are laying down the law. The gavel comes down. And the sentence is death. KRÜ pick up the second pistol.
The Nouns. Money's down in the bin. Investment into light utility, couple flashes, bit of a cheeky boost up as well, going for the elevated face. SMG in the hands of George is good. They don't expect the angle. Carson on the re-swing as well, gets the dink off, so Ataraxia takes a bullet straight to the head. George, he's running on in. Wants to try and get rid for him with a hot rod, but they silence him. And this could collapse quite quickly.
Oh, straight. Like, did he just assume there was only one player there? He wanted to finish off the dinked.
And now it really is only Rush on his lonesome. P9, tap shots, oh, good for two. Okay, Rush, what can you show us then? He was talking a big game, showing he wanted to come back into the server, deal some damage. This would be the round to prove that point with an exclamation mark. But a 1v2 with low health to contend with. Riggy assisting Ataraxia. Paranoid about the right, but it's the swing from the left he needs to be wary of. Okay, it's all down to the 1v1 then. Rush, can you finish it? Not ready for the re-peak from Riggy. A free K for him, a 10th round confirmed. KRÜ. Nouns have cash. Investment comes out. Junior, he was a big baller. Hit some huge pickups over the course of this series, but in a round like this, he's got to go above and beyond because Deco, he's shutting him down. Galil gets gory, straight into the site. Junior arrives, but he's been snapped down. The Galil finishes them. And this is looking rough, Vince.
It's looking like a save. It's looking like 8 elimination points. Nouns surviving by the thinnest of threads. They need each of these weapons desperately into the next round. Ataraxia is unable to capitalize onto George, who stands in with the M4A4. Can't upgrade to the AK, but that's just fine as far as he's concerned. Survival is priority number one. CJ also passes, but Carson will go down. They make their move, and it's looking like B site may be the final destination. 3 players at the bottom of the stairs.
Reversive on contacts lane. It gives them the opening pick, but there's an instantaneous trade from Deco that's been dealing some deathly blows and looking like he's starting to get his engine going in this game. And Deco's doing more than that. Rest of the team assists as well. Just George in the 1 versus 4. Nouns, they're on the knife's edge, and it looks like they're about to be sliced as KRÜ take it 13-4. They stay alive in the RMRs, say goodbye to Nouns as they are sent home.